Hey, Dave Chamberlain here. I'm with my good friend Matt Graham, and Matt, I value your opinion on firearms. You spend a lot of time at the range. You know the ins and outs of most guns. I'm always looking to you for recommendations on what cartridge to use. Does this scope go with this gun? You just know your guns. So I got this gun from Ruger, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. When we got to the range and I first took it out of the box, what was your first impression on overall appearance of the gun?
Yeah, first impressions were very positive. I took a look at the gun, and the very first thing that struck me is this gun was purpose built for the hunter that hunts in all weather conditions. You can see right away that you've got a barrel here that is coated with a weather protectant coating, and then also this stock here. No worries about getting any rain or snow on that stock. I mean, this entire thing, you take a look at this and you know that this was built for that. The other thing about this that I really like is this recoil pad here, this butt pad. It is really quite tacky, and I like that because in those different weather conditions that I was just talking about, you know that can get a little slick here depending on the type of jacket you're wearing. And I like this pad because that gets good grip there, regardless of whether you've got wet, cold, or whatever weather you're dealing with. So good grip. Obviously, you're not going to have to worry about whether or not you're hunting in rain or what those conditions are, like you might with some other firearms you may be taking out.
Yes, obviously the all-weather. It's called the all-weather American rifle from Ruger. So
Yeah.
no worries in the rain, snow, sleet, whatever we get here in Indiana. So Matt, me and you, we were at the range. We put over 30 rounds through it. Again, you're just someone that knows your firearms. I'm sure no matter what kind of equipment I bring you, you always are quick to look at the positives, but there's always some things that could be improved on. So in your mind is what could be improved on with this rifle?
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that Ruger really did right with this firearm. There are a couple things that if it were my firearm, and it's yours, but if it were mine, that I would make some slight changes with. Let me just show you. It'd be easier if I show you. First thing I want to demonstrate is the rifle is empty. There is no ammunition in the chamber. And as you saw when I opened the bolt, that is my first thing that I would work on having some improvement on. Now I know that on their website they promote this as a really good smooth bolt action, and so this may be specific to this firearm. It may not be to all the Ruger American rifles, but it's something that I did notice is there's just a little bit of hitch right here. And but that said, I love where the bolt is. I love where the throw angle is on it, and I do feel like I can still run this bolt very well and get into that second shot as need be with very little effort. The other thing that I would improve, and it's simply because of the way that I shoot, I tend to like to grab the firearm in this way. And with these fingers here, there's not a lot of stippling on this part of the stock, and often on a lot of firearms there aren't. If you grip up here, it's a non-issue. There's a lot of groove here with a lot of stippling, which gives you very good grip. If it were my firearm, I would add just a little bit of grip tape right here. That would totally solve the problem, and it would be a non-issue for me. The other thing is, when I hunt, I do tend to wear gloves, and the gloves that I have do tend to have texturing on the fingertips. And so for me, when I do put on those gloves, that's going to be a non-issue as well. It's just something that I did notice when we were at the range, that this had a little bit of a slick surface there.
All right, Matt. How about shooting the gun? What did you notice as far as when we were hitting the target? What kind of accuracy did you experience?
Yeah, so one of the things in reading the literature, and I found to be true about this firearm, is it is a free-floated barrel. That is great. That will definitely improve your accuracy, especially from shot to shot. You can have better prediction that one shot is going to be leaving the barrel the same as the next shot because there's not going to be anything touching up here between the stock and the barrel. The other thing I really like, and this is my favorite part about the whole rifle, Dave, is this trigger. I absolutely love that trigger. My first firearm that I owned in recent years, and when I moved to the United States, was a Savage, and I love the trigger system on the Savage. And Ruger here has done a very similar trigger, and I absolutely love it. Talk about a smooth, crisp trigger, and I believe, if I'm correct, this trigger is set for somewhere between 3 and 5 pounds. It's fully adjustable, and it breaks consistently for me and with very little effort. And the thing that I like about that is when I'm on target, I don't want to be pulling that trigger and having a long draw before I get that thing to break. And so it breaks very crisply, very consistently, and very easily. And I really like that trigger. My favorite point. The other thing I like, and I know that I've already talked about this recoil pad, I love this pad. It really does the job on absorbing that shock. And with a light firearm, which is great for when you're hauling around the woods, you want to make sure you've got something like that on the butt, because it can give you a little bit of jolt if you're shooting something like a 30-06. And I tell you, this thing does the trick. The other thing I really like is, for me, this firearm comes to a natural point of aim for me. It just really feels good. I love where my cheek welds here, and using these low rings from Leupold, it really is just in line with where my sight picture is. Really like that a lot. For me, all around, where this price point is on this firearm, I think that Ruger hit it out of the park. They did a great job with this firearm. Great round in the 30-06. Great recoil pad, great trigger, great weather protection package, lightweight. I think they came up with a great package here at a great price. I think that every person that is looking at getting into something like this should definitely give the Ruger a look.
Sure. Talk real quickly, last point about your accuracy. You shot this out to 220 yards.
Yeah.
Where were you on the target?
So I was pulling in just under 2 inches, 2-inch groups with that at 220 yards. So it's just under sub-minute of angle, and it's sub-minute of angle. And so I really like that. I felt like, when you're looking at a hunting rifle, anything you can get that's under a minute of angle, that's pretty good accuracy. And so I really like the accuracy of this. Again, coming in at a price point of, I believe, somewhere between $550 and $600. Again, Ruger just did a great job on delivering a product that is going to work in all weather conditions and is accurate to boot.
And that was day one out of the box with stock ammo.
Absolutely.
Not the regular loads that you do yourself.
Right.
Fine-tuning stuff.
That's a good point, Dave. We didn't put any effort into getting any specialty ammunition or doing any hand loads. This is just factory ammunition, straight out of the box, kind of the cheapest stuff we can get our hands on from the local sporting goods store, and it delivered. So yeah, very pleased.
Matt, I appreciate what you had to say about the rifle. Like I said, I value your opinion. Indiana went to where you can use certain rifle cartridges on public land, private land. Private land, just to clarify, you can use certain rifle cartridges, and I was excited when that roll came out because I grew up in Pennsylvania and my dad has always hunted with the 30-06, so I'm excited to try my hand with the 30-06 this year on private land, and I'm glad I'll be toting this Ruger in the woods. And hopefully I can follow this video up with a trophy shot from out in the field. I appreciate your time, Matt, and look forward to doing another video.